You've clicked on this video because you want to know how I went from this guy to this guy. How I've built my dream physique. Now, for the sake of this video, let's just call this dream physique an aesthetically pleasing, nice build. Now, there's 4 main topics I'm going to talk about that I think would have helped me in my journey and hopefully will help you in yours. Before we get into those topics, let's talk about the 2 kinds of people that are going to end up leaving this video. You're going to have the one guy that ultimately changes the entire trajectory of his entire life, and then you're going to have the other guy that continues to scroll and scroll and scroll. So let me ask you this: who do you want to be? Now, getting straight to the points, we need to talk about the benefits of building your dream physique. What does it come with? The answer to that question is you become a top 1% man. If it wasn't obvious enough, everybody is fucking fat. There's a reason there is so much value upon having a six-pack or being in shape, because it's not a common thing. Rare things have more value and more significance. If everybody had a six-pack, there would be no value to having a six-pack because it was easy. This shit is valuable because it is so hard to attain, right? And it's not even that hard. It's just most people are fucking lazy. Now, with that being said, what comes with being a 1% man? Women. Guys, you need to understand, girls chase the top 1% man. There's an abundance of them, and in you doing this, I can say from personal experience, you get women. I've had girls that wouldn't even take a look at me before that I just brush off now at this point in time. It's a very common sense thing. Why would the girls not want the best of the best? Same for you. Why don't you want the best of the best, right? It's just a common sense thing that you need to look at. Now, with that being said, the confidence that you get. There is a certain type of energy that you give off in being confident and being proud of what you have accomplished. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you are proud of what you've built, the way you walk changes, the way you talk changes. When you walk into a room, your presence is felt. Why? Because you are an absolute fucking unit. Your habits say everything about you, and the way you look has major connection to the way you look. Now that we've stated the benefits, let's get into what's ultimately going to keep you grounded throughout your entire journey in achieving your dream physique. Your why. Why are you wanting this change? This is what's going to keep you grounded through your entire journey. This is what's going to get you off of that couch when you don't feel like getting up. This is what's going to make you stand up after you've fallen and fallen and fallen time after time after time, again and again and again. So you need to have a strong reasoning for why you are doing this and wanting this change. For myself, it was a very clear day. I remember it clear and cut. We came back from the beach with my family, and I was just taking a look at the pictures we took. And I was looking at myself and I realized, damn, is this who I want to be? Is this the guy I want to look like? Am I proud of this guy? So then I stood up, I looked in the mirror, and I was ashamed. I was asking myself, how did I let myself fall this far? Right? And I'm sure you're in the same position. You're looking at yourself in the mirror with a disgrace. Like, you're looking at yourself and wondering, why have you let yourself get in this position? You know you're more than capable of getting out of it, but why did you let yourself get in this position? Now, with that being said, I need you to take out a piece of paper and write down your why. Why are you doing this? Write it down so that you're putting it out there. Now, for myself, I just wanted better, right? I wanted better for myself. I wanted to show my brother what's possible. My parents aren't from the United States, so I just wanted to put my entire family in a better position, right? And that's still what I strive to do to this day, because in achieving your dream physique, you need to understand your whole life changes. Your habits change, your discipline changes. The motivation is no longer a factor in you doing things, because you do things out of what you have to do and not how you feel. And that's the connection that you need to make. Now, the other point you need to understand in your journey is this is going to take time. Good things take time, as I mentioned in the beginning, and that is why this is so valuable. I've seen people try to rush the process, and ultimately what happens is they end up taking 2 to 3 times longer. Now, with that being said, let's get into the second point, which is your 90-day blitz. I started a 90-day blitz 3 years ago. Now, you're asking yourself, what is a 90-day blitz? A 90-day blitz consists of a set amount of rules that you need to uphold to for the entirety of this period. And this is something that you can implement today. You can leave this video starting this today, which will directly change your entire life. Like I mentioned, you have a set amount of rules, you uphold to them for the entirety of the 90 days. What does this build? The 90-day blitz is meant for you to build consistency, to let you know that motivation does not last, and to build discipline, because you have to do things even though you do not feel like doing them. And that's what I did. Now for myself, I did 3 rules. I don't remember the last one, but the 2 that I had that were the most important were I had to hit the gym every single day. The second one being I had to document every single trade taken during this 90-day period. And that's ultimately how I got exposed to this entire thing, because I surrounded myself with like-minded individuals and just got exposed to doing things that are going to help myself. I'm going to link my Instagram in the bio. If you go take a look at it, you'll see I have a saved stories on my Instagram page, and you'll be able to see I documented my progress from day 1 to day 90. If you actually go take a look, you'll realize I stopped documenting towards the end. There were days where I just didn't post, and this is because you learn so much on your journey when you stay focused during this period. You know, my mind started to change. I started to think about the intentions behind everything I do. I realized, who am I doing this for? Right? I'm doing this for myself and my family. Why am I posting this? And at the time, I wasn't pursuing any social media or anything like that, so there really was no point in me posting it. And so that's what kind of happened. My mind started to change. I stopped posting things regularly because I realized, who really cares? Right? And that's where you will learn the most, when you are isolated and by yourself and realize that nobody is coming to save you. You need to save yourself, and that's why you need to implement this today. If you are the kind of person that's waiting for Monday or the perfect conditions to start, that's why you're in this position. You avoiding all of the work has gotten you to this point, and you continuing to avoid all the work is what's going to keep you in this position, if not worse than your current position. Now that is why I highly suggest start a 90-day blitz, get focused, set yourself 3 to 5 rules that you need to uphold to that are directly in correlation to your goals and ambitions, and see if you can complete this 90-day blitz. Getting into the last point of this video, it's just going to be some basic knowledge for you to take throughout this 90-day period. You need to figure out a routine for yourself, because having a routine will make things a lot easier and make time fly. You won't be forgetful because you just hop in this habit of day to day to day, and you'll just feel like things are rolling smoothly as they should. Now figure out a time of the day that works best for you to hit the gym, and figure out a set time that you'll usually eat around, and just try to figure out a routine on your workouts. Now for myself, I remember when I first started, I would hit 2 body parts a day. Now what does that mean? For example, I would hit chest and triceps on Monday, back and biceps on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I would hit shoulders and abs, some kind of cardio, and repeat that cycle, right? Now there's tons of information out there. Don't be a lazy fuck. Go figure it out. If you don't know, get started. You'll wing it. You'll figure it out. It's exactly what I did. I just started going. You have no idea what some machines do. Search up your workouts. You'll figure it out. Just please get started. It's the most important thing that I can mention in this video. So now that you have a routine based on your day-to-day and your workouts, you need to talk about your diet and your supplementation. Now, as far as supplementation goes, it's like anything else in the world, right? Take running, for example. You can go running in regular shoes and regular clothes, right? But you will perform a lot better if you go running in running shoes and running attire. And it's the same for the gym. When it comes to the gym, supplements that I definitely recommend are pre-workout and protein. Now you're probably wondering why. A stimulant pre-workout will help you with the amount of caffeine you're exposed to, as well as blood flow, and just increasing your overall performance. Now protein is major. Protein is what your body needs to fully recover and build the actual muscle. Now I'll put up a graph on the screen. You need to intake 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight that you have. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, you need to be intaking 150 grams of protein on a daily basis. Now, it's the same for a Ferrari, right? A Ferrari is built to perform. It cannot perform if you do not put gas in the tank. In this case, you are the Ferrari, the protein is the gas, and your overall diet. From my experience, what I've seen, a lot of people try to switch up their diet very quickly. This results in them failing their entire 90-day blitz because it's too much of a drastic change. So if you're worried about your diet, stick to the same diet. Just practice the art of showing up, and you will naturally start to see yourself gravitate towards certain foods and avoiding certain foods because you fall in love with seeing the progress. Now, when you see the progress, that's what will motivate you to do better. But in the end, as you know, motivation plays no part in this process. Now, basic form and ego lifting is the last point I want to touch on. Guys, when it comes to your form, I need you to understand, to build an aesthetic physique, you should be hitting anywhere from 8 to 15 reps for every single workout you're doing. Now, your form really starts to decline as soon as you try to go up in weight and do anything below this 8 rep range, because you're trying to push too much force onto your body that it can handle. And you look like a complete dumbass. Believe me, I'm saying this from personal experience. Building an aesthetic physique comes from building a great foundation for your muscles. You are not a power lifter. There's no need for you to be hitting 2 rep maxes. Ego lifting has direct correlation to your form because the more you lift, the more your form starts to deteriorate. Now, to sum things up, keep your weight anywhere from the 8 to 15 rep range and then increase or decrease as you progress. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys took some value from this video. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram, or you need any supplements, I directly take Alpha Lion Subs. You can use my code RUSKI, save yourself 10% off. I'll also link that in the description. And if you've watched to the end of this video, congratulations. It seems like you're actually interested. You are probably well on your way there. Now it's time for you to put in the work, and I'll see you guys in the next one.